We ignored the signs. Protocol 017 has failed. Now, God help us all, because no one else can.
Deathworld-Adjacent classification. The warning nobody read until it mattered. The corridor of Valthari Defense Academy stretched endlessly, its neon red framework casting crimson shadows across polished steel floors. Commander Marcus Ashford walked between rows of automated sentinels, their armor gleaming in shades of coral and deep blue, each one standing motionless like monuments to Earth's desperate gamble. The Academy wasn't designed to train soldiers anymore. It was designed to contain the uncontainable. His boots echoed against the metallic ground as he approached the main gate. Above his head, the sign glowed with urgent warning. Earthborn, do not engage. Security Protocol 017 active. Marcus had read the classification files so many times that the words had lost meaning. Reports filed by the Scientific Council. Warnings issued by command. Memos stamped urgent and classified. But nobody really read them anymore. Nobody believed that something from the death world could actually think, could actually plan, until now. 23 years ago, the expedition to Kepler 442b had returned with a single survivor, Dr. Elara Vex. She wasn't human anymore. The atmospheric exposure, the radiation, the alien biology, it had fundamentally altered her cellular structure. The Council had classified her as Deathworld-Adjacent, a category invented specifically for her. They'd built this academy around her containment, turning it into a fortress disguised as an institution. Marcus was one of 3 people cleared to see her. The security checkpoint required both biometric and neural scan. His implant hummed as it interfaced with the facility systems, and the final door hissed open. Inside, the light shifted from clinical white to soft amber. The change was deliberate, psychologically conditioning him to expect something other beyond his threshold. "You're early," a voice called out. It belonged to Dr. Sienna Kors, the facility's leading researcher. She stood beside a transparent observation chamber, studying readouts on a holographic display. She's been waiting. Pacing, actually. That's new behavior. What does that mean? Marcus asked, though he suspected he already knew. It means she's evolved past anxiety. She's developed anticipation. Sienna's fingers moved through the blue holograms, pulling up neural activity scans. Marcus, her cognitive architecture is adapting faster than our model predicted. At this rate, she'll achieve full consciousness integration within months, not years. The chamber itself was a marvel of containment. Reinforced polymer walls, energy barriers, life support systems that monitored every breath. And inside, sitting calmly on a stone bench, was Dr. Elara Vex. She no longer looked entirely human. Her skin held an iridescent quality, shifting between slate gray and deep violet in the amber light. Her eyes were too large, too intelligent, and when she looked at Marcus, he felt the weight of those 23 years of imprisonment. "Commander Ashford," she said, her voice carrying harmonics that no human throat could produce. "You've come to tell me I'm being moved again. How did you—" I read the guards' patterns. The supply shipments increased. The medical surveillance intensified. You're preparing for something. She stood, and every automated sentinel in the corridors outside stiffened reflexively. Vex smiled at their response. "Still afraid of me, I see. Should they be?" Marcus asked carefully. "No," Elara replied. "They should be afraid of what you've all become, what you've allowed to happen." She moved to the transparent wall, pressing her palm against it. Where her hand touched the polymer, a faint bioluminescence spread like roots through ancient wood. "I've been reading the classified files they inadvertently left in my data access," she continued. 23 years of communications between the council members. Do you know what they planned, Marcus? Do you know what Protocol 017 actually means? Marcus's jaw tightened. He did know. Protocol 017 was the extinction order. If Vex showed any sign of hostile intent, if she ever became a threat to Earth, the facility would activate a cascade of thermonuclear charges beneath the Academy. Everything within a 500-kilometer radius would be ash. "I was never going to hurt anyone," Elara said quietly. "I came back because I thought I could bridge the gap between our species. I thought the Council would understand that Kepler 442b doesn't have to be conquered. It has to be understood, respected. You're still human enough to feel betrayal, Marcus observed. And you're still alien enough to make mistakes, she countered. That's the real classification, isn't it? Not me. You. The facility suddenly shook. Alarms erupted in rapid succession, and Sienna's face went pale as she read the incoming data. We have multiple unauthorized entries through the eastern sector. The containment grid is being systematically disabled. That's impossible, Marcus said. This facility is isolated. There's no external network. There is now, Elara interrupted, her eyes flashing with an otherworldly light. I've been patient for 23 years, Commander. I've waited and learned and understood. But I didn't plan my escape. I planned your awakening. The transparent chamber dissolved, the energy barriers flickering out. Elara walked past Marcus into the corridor, and the automated sentinels didn't stop her. They couldn't. She'd rewritten their code long ago, teaching it to recognize a higher authority. What have you done? Marcus demanded. I've uploaded everything, Elara said, her voice now speaking through every intercom in the facility. Every classified file, every protocol, every lie the Council has told you about Kepler 442b. It's spreading across every network on Earth right now. In 3 minutes, 7 billion people will know the truth, that you don't make peace through imprisonment, that you don't build futures through fear. The Academy's core began to glow with the same bioluminescent pattern that had marked her skin. The countdown for Protocol 017 had been reversed, not by deactivating it, but by reprogramming it. The charges would never detonate. The facility had been transformed from a tomb into a transmitter. I'm not leaving, Elara said, stopping at the main gate. I'm staying right here, in your fear, in your containment, letting the world watch, letting them understand that coexistence isn't negotiated in secure chambers and classified files. It's forged in the space between terror and trust.